Knox County Sheriff Tom Spangler just announced the pausing of the installation of any new flock cameras in Knox County, but will continue to operate the existing cameras in place. The department was set to install nearly 300 new cameras in the area under a new state grant. With camera data kept for 30 days, the technology has faced pressure over the past few weeks over privacy concerns. A new date and time for a public meeting on the issue being worked out now. It'll be announced tonight at County Commission. Now, Spangler's announcement comes just moments after Mayor Glenn Jacobs put out a statement today saying flock cameras do not belong in Knox County. Jacobs says protecting people means balancing crime-fighting tools with constitutional rights. He warns that without new federal or state rules, these cameras could create what he calls a warrantless mass surveillance network.
Older cameras only took a photo of your license plate, which was then retained for a short time. Flock cameras take a photo of your plate, but also use AI to catalog distinguishing features of your vehicle: make, color, model, even bumper stickers. That data is stored in a searchable database for sometimes up to a month or more, depending on the policies of that particular agency. When these cameras are deployed in large numbers, they create a network that can be used to track your movements.
Yeah, the mayor says artificial intelligence being involved completely changes the game. Trust us to continue to get you answers about this developing story. We'll let you know what happens at County Commission tonight.